What's up, my Yogi Planet Earth people? It's the Triggered Yogi live stream. It's the kid. I'm putting in the numbers of my last post to see what the move is. Let's see what the move is. Throwing this bad boy in chat GP Tizzle. Just threw the numbers in. Didn't get a didn't get a big pop like I did the previous post, which is the problem with getting some posts to go viral and then some don't, and then you're disappointed. Man, it's a mental game, man. Yo, what up, Derek? Good morning. Welcome to the Trigger Yogi live stream. Just checking out my numbers from my last post. Give me a second. Or if you got something you want to talk about, throw it in the comments. Hi, Marisol. Welcome to the Trigger Yogi live stream. It's the kid, Yoga Leroy, aka the Trigger Yogi himself, aka Leon Walker, actor, comedian. Welcome to the Trigger Yogi live stream where we talk about triggers, my triggers, your triggers. We also talk shit to the trolls that pull up, man. Man, I had a troll come on my Instagram. I really felt like he was big. He was big time. He already got thumbs down, man. Get your little hoe ass out of here. That's the troll I don't like. Someone just throw a thumbs down. We just started, man. I'm just getting my coffee in. I don't like you either. How about that? I'll take a thumbs down, man. Whatever makes you feel better with yourself. The next idea, man. What is going on? What is going on? Man, I gotta say, not too many triggers coming up for me. I've just been focused on the vision, baby. New day. Getting these joints out. TikTok's been moving a bit. Started my TikTok page over to promote my comedy special, 16 Dad Jokes. So I got 16 dad jokes TikTok page, and it's already doing way better than um, the last couple of pages that I've had on TikTok. So I do feel like it was a good move taking down my old TikTok page, starting over. Maybe, yeah. So happy with that move. The goal is to get to 1,000 so I could start live streaming on TikTok. Hello, how am I? I'm great. It's in the morning, kind of sleepy. Hoping this coffee kicks in. Good morning from Michigan, the greatest state in the country. I've never been, but I'm loving that you're loving it. My guess is that you've been there your whole life. You got a good ecosystem of community, family, friends, support. Wherever you live at, if that's what you have, man, cherish that. It's not as common as you think. It really isn't. I have a friend named Sean Mahoney, and he has a fantastic ecosystem in Rhode Island, and he tells me all about he tells me all about it, and I'm just like, man, I would never leave that place if that's how my world was. Never really had that. My family have we've my immediate family, we've all been kind of distant strangers, so to speak. I never got along with any of my cousins that I grew up with. Um, and yeah, never really felt that from any of my friends back home in Tacoma, which is why I had no problem leaving, to be honest. No problem leaving Tacoma, moving to California, living in Los Angeles, and yeah, that is definitely not my experience in Los Angeles, even though I do like it here. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I don't. LA is a weird spot. Do I remember you, Yoga Leroy? How would I remember you? I don't know. No. How would I? What should I remember? Refresh my memory. Yeah, we got the beaches here. We do got the beaches here. I don't go, I used to go to the beach a lot. I used to teach yoga on the beach every Saturday, and it forced me to get down to the beach more. I live in the valley. It's not far from the beach, but it's far enough to not go often. Back with the farting. What's up, South Africa? What's going on? Welcome to the Trigger Yogi live stream. Good to see you. What's up with you and how's South Africa? Do you love it? Is it your favorite? Is it the best place in the world? It's a nice little argument about the best places in the world. How is the swap meet? Haven't been to the swap meet in a long time. David Goggins, is that you? It's not. It's not him. A lot of farting going on in the chat, man. It is. It is. It is early for me. Those farts do come in the morning. They come. They come all times throughout the day. To be honest, all times. We good here. I'm staying on the game farm. The game farm. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. All right, man. I don't have a lot to discuss this morning. Just want to come in here, tap in with you fine people of YouTube. I did a open mic that kind of took a hiatus for a while. Big chillin' is back. It is right down the street from my house, which is very convenient. And the producer of this mic really knows the secret to keeping it a good room. So we're excited about Big Chillin' being back. Yesterday was my first mic back at Big Chillin'. Had a good set. Got to actually work on material, man. The last couple of times I went to other mics, um, and I only go to my favorite mics. I don't just go to any old mic. But the last couple of times, man, I couldn't work on anything, man. It was just so many people go to these mics, these open mics with just for therapy, just to vent and and bitch about what they don't like about their lives. And it's just like, man, it just really sucks the air out of the room. And it's hard to work on material in those spaces, man. So it's good to have another option back that is a healthy room. Maybe we could actually get some work done at these open mics. And it goes through its ebbs and flows, man. Sometimes these mics are really strong. It's like, man, I've been getting some work done. And then some mics are just like, man, I'm just wasting my money coming here. I'm in the Valley, Los Angeles Valley, California. How do you handle hecklers? How do I handle hecklers from the stage? The biggest issue is hecklers from these comments, but I have less of an issue when I'm on stage. Now, I've learned about hecklers throughout my years. Number one, I have kind of a big presence on stage, a big energy. And it's hecklers are a risky thing for me because number one, people take me seriously, sometimes too seriously, even when I'm telling jokes. People take me extremely seriously. So engaging with a heckler could either be really funny or it could come off like uh, um, combative or challenging. And that's never good at a comedy show. I don't think. I don't think that's good at a comedy show. So if I'm ever triggered by a heckler on the stage, I'll make a comment. Maybe, most likely, I'll try to, you know, I don't feel like it's a good thing to ignore it. I don't ignore it. You look famous, man. One of these days, man, maybe, if that's in the cards, if that's God's plan, you belong in movies. I've been telling them this for years. I've been telling Hollywood this for years, man. You know, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I'm still giving it a shot. Still throwing my hat in the ring. Haven't been on an audition in a while. I've done a couple of films. I've done a couple of TV spots. They were a good time in a way. Not as fun as you might think they are. They're not really that. They're not. It's not a. It's not a fun life. Now, being a comic is, for the most part, it has its downsides, but for the most part, it's a good time, man. You get to be creative. You get to feel like you're your own brand, your own boss, and I would say comedy is definitely more something that I want to settle into. And I want to do movies based off of that. Like, I want to, my big vision is to become like a Adam Sandler or a Kevin Hart, guys that start off with comedy, still stay connected to comedy. Well, not Adam Sandler, not as much. He doesn't do a lot of comedy, stand up comedy, but Kevin Hart does when he needs to get it in. You know what I'm saying? But he's also in movies and producing his own movies, and he kind of has control of his career. He's not really, you know, to a certain regard. I mean, Kevin Hart's like super big, so he does have a team around him as well. Good vibes, man. Yeah, absolutely good vibes. Do I look up to Carlos? I think you want to say Carlos Mencina. I don't know who this Carlos is. Mencina, he's a comic that kind of had a rise and fall. Was accused of stealing jokes. That's never good. Can't steal jokes, especially if those jokes are being told by headlining touring comedians. That will get you into trouble. I got one for you. Do you like chicken pot pie? I like all three. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. What about The Rock? What about movie star? Movie star. Do I want to be like The Rock? I mean, who wouldn't want The Rock's career? This guy gets to show up hours late. You know, The Rock has cost studios so much money because he has a habit of showing up late. Imagine knowing you're gonna cost the studio millions of dollars and they're already paying you like $50 million, and you're like, you know what? I'm The Rock. Fuck your extra millions. You're gonna sit and wait. Men still IA. Interesting. Interesting. Axel Foley, what's up, man? Where'd you go? Axel Foley just be dropping on here for a comment and taking off. Well, it would be nice to try to get a sketch out today, but I don't think I'm going to have time. Diversity is beautiful. Embrace all sides. You're not chosen. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. You look like Denzel Washington. Appreciate that. I met Denzel Washington once. Great guy. Great guy. I met Denzel Washington at one of the first bars I worked at doing comedy when I first moved back to LA. I moved to LA 2001, but I was playing football for Glendale Junior College. Then I got a full ride to play football for West Texas A&M. Came back in 2005. And that's when I started doing security and personal training. I was doing security at this club. I can't remember the name, but it was a fun place to work. It was it was back when clubs in LA were just really exclusive and cool and nice and celebrity driven. It was before the whole bottle service craze, where people just pulled up to buy bottles and tables. Tables were reserved for, you know, certain a certain demographic of celebrity, not just any old influencer. Anyways, I was standing on my post upstairs where a lot of the celebrities would go and hang out. Saw a lot of cool people there, like um, Leonardo DiCaprio. What's the guy from Entourage? He would come there. Um, I got attacked by Jessica Simpson once. That was funny. I was on TMZ. It was when she was like drinking and acting a fool. She acted a fool at the club I was at. Anyway, so I was standing up by my post and I saw Denzel Washington come up and he was with another actor. This other actor he was with, actual name is Leon. He just goes by Leon, no last name, just Leon. And and he was there pretty much the whole night. And towards the end of the night, he was standing waiting for Leon by the stairs. And I was like, "This is your time. This is your time, Leroy. Go talk to him." I said, "Fuck it." And I went over there. He was wearing a Morehouse T-shirt. And I was like, that's my window right there. Because I went to Morris Brown my first year of college in Atlanta, Georgia, which is the neighbor of Morehouse. They're right next to each other in the AUC. And I was like, oh, did you go to Morehouse? Because I went to Morris Brown. And he was like, no, my son goes to Morehouse. And then we just started rapping, talking a little bit. It was real cool. It was real cool. Yeah. You want my autograph? I'll send you one. I'll send you an autograph. Subscribe to the channel and drop your address. I'll send you an autograph. Why not? What is your coffee brand? I am drinking Seattle's Best coffee. That has been my coffee brand. I've kind of moved away from Starbucks, and I've been drinking lately Seattle's Best. I do like the Seattle coffee, man. It just makes me feel like, 'cause that's where I'm from Washington. Talk about hood shit and rappers and Crips versus Bloods. I don't know nothing about that. I can't talk about it. There's plenty of that stuff on the internet, man. That's become really popular, talking about gang culture, especially in LA. Kind of strange how popular that has gotten. We are all chosen. I like that. I like that. Yeah, man. We all got God in us, baby. What films did you act in from London? No films from London. Or are you from London? The last film I was in was a film called Muzzle with Aaron Eckhart. That was a while ago. That was about 4 years ago. That's the last film I've been in. After that, I did a TV show called SWAT with Shamar Moore, and I really haven't worked since. So it's been a couple years since I've actually booked a movie or television, and not really crying about it, to be honest. Not really crying about it. You play this acting game long enough, and you see how what it really is. You not a lot of people having fun. Pursuing acting. It is really there's not a lot of fun in it. I gotta have fun as an artist, man. That's why I've moved more towards just focusing on comedy. And, now I'm writing sketches, and that's helping me find that actor again, you know, because I'm acting in my own sketches. And I see potential with, because I wrote and produced a pilot in my 30s, early 30s. So it's getting me kind of in the mindset of like, man, maybe I need to just start producing, writing, shooting my own things. And I think that that's really what my journey is going to turn into. I modeled and did some commercials, and was like, man, I don't like being on camera. I hear you, man. It's not for everybody. I'm from London. Where are you from? Los Angeles is where I live at. That's where I'm at. Los Angeles. From Tacoma, Washington. Never been to London. Always wanted to go. One day, someday, soon. One day, someday, soon. One day, someday, soon. I'm gonna be a traveler, baby. You are not a drop of water in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in the drop. Rummy. So, whatever the ultimate reality is, that's what you are. Not your ideas of yourself, your true self. I like the way this guy thinks, man. Thank you for dropping that little that little gem, that little morning Thursday morning gem that we could all use. That was fantastic. Appreciate that. And I agree, man. You are the master of your reality. And sometimes it's hard to master your reality because the reality around you is too loud. So you have to calm it down. You have to practice calming it down. There's so many tools to practice calming that reality around you, whether it's desirable or undesirable, calming that down to focus on the reality that you want to live in. And it takes work to get to that place, especially if you feel maybe you're stuck in a place that you shouldn't be in. Man, listen, there's so many bubbles. We live in a place that has thousands, millions of bubbles. Each bubble has its different energy. A lot of times you take one step out of your bubble into another bubble, you're in a totally different world, totally different reality, totally different universe, totally different people around you. And you get to choose. You get to choose. You get to choose. Meditation is such a powerful tool. Such a powerful tool. Meditation, man. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta have a practice, a meditation practice. And it don't take long. It could be a 5 minute meditation. Grounding, calming, breath work, you know. But you gotta practice practicing, man. I swear. Especially with something like meditation. Because I find like people be like, I want to meditate. Even me. Be like, I want to meditate. I need to meditate more. I'm going to start meditating more. And you just like have it as a thought, but you never do it. Because you think meditating is like, oh, I gotta sit down and just like be by myself for like an hour. Nah, start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day. Start with 5 minutes. Maybe the next week you move to like 7 minutes. Then maybe the next week you move to like 10 minutes. Or maybe you just stay at 7 minutes for a while. Then you get to that 10. And then maybe there's that one day it's like, oh man, I need a good 15 minutes. What I love to do is I love to have an intention to meditate, go into manifesting, and then doze off. So that's how I'll set myself up. I'll carve out at times like, yeah, I'm gonna meditate for 15 minutes. Then that meditation is gonna go into me manifesting, really just visualizing, right? Thinking about my vision and my projects and just seeing it, feeling it, living it, right? And then I usually just doze off and go to sleep. That's how I at times like to do it, especially when I have time or nothing else to do. That's something I like to do. Get you some nice. I've been uh, I've been listening to the sound bowls on YouTube. Let me find what they're called, what his page is called, man, because it's so good. Let me get that for you. These sound bowls, man. This guy has hours and hours of sound bowls on YouTube. It's been a while since I listened to him. Where is he at? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Here we go. His page is called, so this page is called, he has a couple of different pages, but this page is called Sleeping Vibrations. But if you go to Sleeping Vibrations, you'll see he has a couple different pages of different sound bowls, and he will literally, he'll literally be, here's another page that he has. This one's called Crystal Me Dash Relax. So he has a couple different pages where he does these sound bowls, and man, it's so good. It is so good. The problem is the identification with the mind. That's where all our suffering comes from, absolutely. A yogi once said, you are the meditative state, and the person is what you do. That's strong. That's strong. Yeah, sound bowls, love them. That's strong, man. You know some things, my boy. Yeah, the mind is really tripping us up. And meditating really helps you take control of all the extra stuff, man. All the extra stuff. All the nonsense. So much nonsense going in and out of your mind. And you got to take control over it. Especially if you have a plan, you have a strategy, you have a vision. It's been a while since I wrote down my vision. And yeah, it's I gotta do that this week. We're still in uh, kind of the first week, since April started with a half week. So, my I usually write my vision out once once a month. So today I will be writing out my vision. We'll do that today. We will do that today. Man, it has been really hard for me to wake up in the morning. I used to be such a morning person. But yeah, it's been tough to get that energy that, the kid's getting older. You know, the kid is getting older. Feeling it. Feeling it. What? I feel like you came in with a whole conversation. Who you? This feels like something like, when you're like talking and then you look down at your phone and your phone is like texting what you were talking. Does that happen to you? That's what it feels like. This person, he popped on here and just started talking, and then it just started texting what he was talking. Sounds like you in a whole conversation with some other people. I'm at the point where when a thought or feeling comes up, I can observe it with getting without getting swamped away in it. I'm searching for that point, my friend. You are you are in the master class, and I'm searching for that master class. I would lie to you if I didn't say I get triggered often, too often, especially living in LA. When I go outside, man, going outside into these LA streets gives me so much anxiety. So, you know, I'm uh I'm uh I'm a work in progress, man. I'm a work in progress. I'm gonna get there because I have a practice, and that's important. Having a practice. You know, here's something that has been bothering me and triggering me, but not in a weird way. I keep it in. Since I left my yoga studio 2 years ago, I have noticed the yoga community that I built that I thought I was so connected to has slowly started to dwindle away. They started unfollowing me on social media, stopped connecting, and it really makes me feel like those relationships weren't real, even though they really did feel real. But this is also a thing I feel in the yoga community. Everybody is putting on these yoga masks. Tat, you seem like a yogi type of person. Do you also feel that way in the yoga community I don't know if you have a yoga community. I was teaching for 8 years at a place, and it was great, and I felt really connected. Um, but some of those relationships really felt fake, and some individuals in those spaces didn't really feel authentic. They felt like they were putting on this character, this guru, peace, love, masking something else. And as I experience certain people that I considered colleagues, friends, as I see them just like dwindle away, just fall off, I'm like, man, were those relationships even authentic? Were they real? It's starting me to, no matter where you go, you're going to find people that aren't really themselves. They're masking something. That's, I feel like that is a reminder to me to continue to do like the work as far as like shadow work, tat. I'm sure you've heard of shadow work, or maybe I, I'm pretty sure the way you're talking, you might have done a lot of shadow work yourself. That's something I've been exploring. I do also, I'm in therapy, and I've been doing EMDR, some trauma therapy, really trying to discover and peel back the onions to just really be able to live authentically as my true self and my best self. Doing all that work is important. And I see a lot of people that kind of preach and act as if they live that work, and they're really not. They're really not. A lot of these yoga personalities are really just influencers, looking to capitalize off of that energy. You see it more and more on social media. Uh, I guess it's just the nature of that beast, you know. yoga has become pretty popular. A lot of people have found a way to benefit financially from the community. So, the shadow is where your so called demons live. So, not necessarily. And for the longest time, that was my idea of what shadow work meant. And then I listened to the book, which I recommend. Tat, you listen to the book. It helped me get a better listen or read the book, Shadow Work Journal by Carl Jung, who is kind of like the founder of, or the father of shadow work. And the shadow is actually where you live. You live in your shadow, you mask the shadow when you go outside. The shadow is the things that you've suppressed because of how you were raised, how you grew up, what people told you were good, bad, wrong, were not characters of a man or a woman, so it doesn't necessarily mean your demons, although your demons can live there, like undesirable attributes like jealousy or anger. But I live in a place where people people people's jealousy isn't their shadow because they show it. So the shadow is is those things that you mask, like you cover up, you hide because you don't think that they're characteristics that you should live in. And so the shadow could be sensitivity. If you were raised in and you were told that men shouldn't be sensitive, men shouldn't cry, men shouldn't do this, men shouldn't be in touch with their emotions, that could be your shadow because you've kept that hidden, covered in the back, right? So I too also thought that the shadow was like where your all the undesirable things live. But like, listen, it's I couldn't say anger is part of my shadow because in a, a lot of my life I've showed anger outwardly. I let everybody see it. So that's not my shadow, you know. Um, so not necessarily all the undesirable things are in your shadow. You might have some really beautiful, um, powerful elements of you in your shadow that you suppress. Anything you keep there will become demons. Hmm. Not really sure if I agree, but I do hear you, but not really sure I agree with um, demons. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like that term, demons. Anger is an emotion. Yes, it's an emotion that most people find bad. So it's when I say anger, when I use that as a example, I use it because most people find that as an undesirable emotion, even though it is one of your emotions. It's a beautiful side of you. Anger is something that you know um, is it helps you, it guides you, but knowing how to control it and how to manage it, that's also extremely important. You know, because it can be a lot of times what I see is people when they get angry. and the anger comes out and it in a very explosive way, it's projected. It's not even true to the circumstance. It's projected from some another circumstance that was unresolved or not dealt with. You see that in driving. With driving, you know, someone will cut you off and you'll lose it as if this person disrespected your family. You want to get out the car and fight. You want to like run them off the road. You use your vehicle as a weapon. We get so lost in driving triggers, and that just all feels projected to me. It's like, man, what are you really angry about? It can't just be this person that cut you off to make you do go through all these things. Like you really want, maybe you should go to a boxing gym and beat up on a bag and get that out. You know, and I also sometimes I'm a lot better with road rage now because I got a better understanding. But there's been times I've still to this day. But usually when I get when someone does something, because I'm always shaking my head the way LA drivers drive. I'm like, oh my God, these people. Well, I'm not like reacting anymore, right? But I'm always like, man, this person, because it is a culture here how we drive. We drive just unhinged, crazy. We all have survival mechanisms in our brain that puts everything in a good and bad category. The problem is that it applies to it applies it to everything else in your life, thoughts, feelings. Yeah, that is the problem. Yeah. Yeah, which is why I'm a big person. I'm a big believer in awareness being your best gift and accountability being accountable. For instance, we were talking earlier. I was talking about open mics and how a lot of these open mics have been just like a waste because people come and kind of are just venting. They're not really working on material or trying to be funny, and you're just like subject to it, and it kind of sucks the air out of the room. And I had that experience earlier this week. I went to a mic, someone got on the mic, and they for 10 minutes. It was a 10-minute mic. 10 minutes could be really, really fucking long, especially if someone is just fucking trauma dumping, right? And this person was just trauma dumping. They even said, I'm not trying to tell jokes. I'm like, okay, so we're just, you know, therapists right now that aren't getting paid. You're just trauma dumping in our lap. And while this person was trauma dumping, they kind of pointed me out, right? And brought me into their drama. And I didn't respond as well as I could have. I kind of got a little confrontational, not too confrontational, but a little bit. Trying to figure out like where is this coming from. And the disappointing thing that I had with myself is I know where it was coming from. It was coming from their issues. It had nothing to do with me, right? But I made it about me, right? So I didn't start the fight, didn't end the fight. I put myself in the fight, right? I put myself in the fight when I didn't need to. I didn't need to put myself in the fight. I could just let it go, right? I made that choice. I put myself in the fight. And then afterwards, a couple hours went by, and I reached out to this person. I reached out to this person and apologized for my part in the fight. Didn't need an apology back. Wasn't expecting an apology back. Wasn't expecting acknowledgement back. I got it though. I was able to get it, but wasn't expecting that. I just chose to say I could have done better. Whatever this person is going through didn't have anything to do with me, but I decided to get offended, right? Being offended is such a choice. We don't think it is. We like when you get offended, you in the moment you're like, this person did this to me. No, you chose to become offended. You chose to take something personally. It's a choice, even though your emotions tell you that it's not a choice. It is. I chose to get offended, take it personally, and put myself in the fight. So that's not who I want to be. So I had to make my amends. And that's what I did, and I felt better. Resentment and anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Ain't that the truth, man? Ain't that the truth, man? Yeah, and you don't, the thing about resentment, and this is what I've gifted myself recently over the last couple of months, you, it's like you're in denial when you're resentful. It's like a coping mechanism with resentment is denial that that you have resentments. I recently pinpointed that that's one of my biggest issues with a lot of things: acting, comedy, relationships, family, is the resentments that I have stacked up over the years. And I gifted that to myself, and I was honest with myself about it. And now I'm steadily working on releasing these resentments I have stacked up for years. We have so many resentments stacked up for years. And if you're not aware of them, you'll keep stacking them because you'll think this is a part of your process to stack these resentments to protect yourself or whatever ways you justify it in your mind to have these resentments. But they're literally stopping you from your success, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you move a certain type of way based off of resentment, what's to say you're not moving that way at your job or at the business you're building or your vision, you know? So the subconscious mind is powerful. You start moving, walking, talking based off of these resentments. Next thing you know, you're like, man, why do I have this experience with all these people? Why do I why does this happen? Why are these patterns keep coming up in my life? You know, I'm guilty. I'm guilty and be like, why is it why do I have this experience? Why do all people see me like this? Why is this? Why is that? Why is this? I knew the answer the whole time. You know, it's the resentments I was stacking up. And it's those resentments that made me start moving a certain way, because you have resentments, you get hurt, right? You get hurt by somebody or someone, and now you think, I got to protect myself from this person, you know, that's in everybody. That person's not in everybody. That was one experience. It's crazy how that stuff works, man. It is crazy how that stuff works. Man, this is a healthy chat today. Appreciate you, Tat, making the chat healthy. We're sliding in to an hour of the live stream. You love to see a healthy chat on a Thursday. Today I'm teaching 2 classes at my favorite gym, John Reed. Teaching at 12 and teaching at 6. Teaching HIT class at 12 and also teaching a HIT boot camp at 6. This gym is quite a ways from me, so usually when I'm teaching 2 classes and they're separate like that, I'll plan my workout in between. and just hang out there. So today I will plan my workout after my 12, and then after that workout, I'm going to write out my vision. It's a beautiful gym, and it's a very zen gym. They got like little meditation rooms in this gym. They got a sauna, so there's a lot of little areas I could go to kind of set up and get into you know you could I could go find quiet and write out my vision. So that's what I really love about this gym. This is a gym that you could like just literally stay there all day long because it's like a spa gym in a way. There's a Hawaiian player, I forgot the name, but you hold your hand on your heart and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. You can use it for whatever negative you want to heal. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm going to use that. That's good. That's good, Tat. You got some good things. You got some good tools. Tools. A little box of tools, man. Brittany is here. Man, Brittany, I might just have to go back to 9, Brittany. Because you ain't trying to come in till 9. But happy that you made it to the live stream. Me and Tat have been discussing all kinds of wonderful things. It might be worth you going through the comments, Brittany, because Tat has definitely had some fantastic things to add to the Triggered Yogi live stream. This has definitely been an episode that I will watch back myself because a lot of these episodes I haven't been watching back because it's just been me battling with the trolls that have jumped on here, but maybe they've been funny. Brittany drops a laughing emoji every now and then. Thursdays are really crazy days for me. I'm doing the job of 2 on Thursday. Hard working Brit. I respect it. I do like the new time of the stream because I do want to really start getting in the habit of waking up earlier. And it's been tough. It's been tough. A year ago, I had a job selling cars. I did that for 8 months. That's as much as I could handle. My goodness, that was a job. Maybe the hardest job I've had in my life. And I've had hard jobs, but that was a hard job. It was a mix of being a hard job that wasn't fun. It had a little bit of fun. There was a little bit of fun. It started off the first 2 months. It was a lot of fun, learning cars, learning trucks. I worked for Ford, and I like cars and trucks. I have a Bronco. I love it. Love the Bronco. Loved selling the Bronco. Learned almost everything there could be to learn about the Bronco. The new Bronco. The big Bronco, not the small, not the sport. Okay, no, that's sport. The big Bronco. So that was fun, but that was short lived, man. Dealing with people when they are trying to buy a car is one of the most exhausting things you could put yourself through. It takes a special kind of person to commit to that profession forever. And there were several of those type of people on this lot. They made a lot of money. They were well off. They were able to support their family, put their kids through college, and I respected it. But I saw within 8 months that's not the life for me because it is a full time gig. Like a car salesman, if you're going to be successful, that's your whole life. Didn't want to make it my whole life. After 8 months, I was like, yep, we have done enough here. It is time to move back to who I have been most of my life, which is this guy. This guy you see today. Refinding myself, refining. My suggestion to you is to do what I do. Shut off your phone, and going into nature alone. Man, I usually do it for 2 or 3 days. Total brain reset. Brother, oh, you don't know how much I can't wait to do what you're saying. And I live in Los Angeles. It's hard to find that around here. Two birthdays ago, I went to Big Bear, and it was by far the best birthday I had in a long time. And that's what I did. Phone was off. Was just there with my family, son and wife, and it was so good. And I need to do it more. I need to carve out time to do it more. I'm gonna do it on my birthday in July. I can't wait. I can't wait. I do desperately need that reset. Desperately. And I envy, in a way, people like Brittany who are surrounded by these elements of nature and animals and weather. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely got to make that a part of the plan. We do have the beach, though. I could go down to the beach. We do have the beach. All right. Really wish I had you know what? I'm going to repost. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to re-edit and repost something that didn't do as well on my Instagram. And yeah, we'll do that today. I gotta find what I'm going to repost. Speak of a yogi, so yogi just text me. All right, folks, I have ran out of gas, as you would say. I am so a little recap of what I've been really up to. Two of the big goals that I have right now is building my social media. Mainly right now it's YouTube. I have a goal of 100,000 followers, and I've been attacking that goal. Had a big week where a post went semi-viral. Got around 1,000 followers from that post alone within the last couple of 3 days. I followed up that post with another post yesterday. Didn't do as well, but I've gotten a little bit of noise from that post. And yeah, that's the recap of what I've been really up to. mainly to help promote my man Tat subscribe. Appreciate you, brother. Definitely need some more of your wisdom on these live streams. So, what was I saying? I was talking about my post. Oh, to promote my comedy special that I will be premiering the day before Father's Day. So I am going to start really heavily promoting my comedy special. Been working on it. Been working on it. Excited about that. Had a good set yesterday working on some of the dad jokes. The comedy special is called 16 Dad Jokes. There is a 16 dad joke TikTok page that I have made where I'm putting most of my sketches and some of my old stand up on there, and trying to build up the Instagram, and hopefully my vision is June 20th when I premiere the 16 dad jokes live here in my studio, Yoga Leroy studio. Also will be live streamed on Patreon. My goal is to sell it out. Sell it out. The backyard is packed with people listening to the special. Gonna stream it and maybe charge $5 to watch the stream. And yeah. So I'm excited about it. I'm going to leave with the key of life. Be totally involved with all of it, but don't get attached to any of it. Thank you, brother. Yeah, appreciate that. That was great. Oh, I listened to your comedy show from the other day. Pat was pretty funny. Pat is hilarious. Pat is an all-star of comedy fitness, man. He always pulls up with the jokes. I we're gonna do a couple of sketches, Pat and I, but yeah, I'm really hoping to get Pat rolling because he's such a talent. But it really is hard to find it. There's so many really strong comics that are undiscovered or unnoticed because it's really tough to find a niche. It's really tough to, you know, get your vision kind of, you know, dwindled down to something that people can digest and you could find a community. I've started doing that myself. It's taken me a while, and guys like Pat, I'm hoping to help find it as well because, man, Pat could be a huge comic. He has so much talent and potential. So, so yeah, man. All right, listen, I'm gonna get on up out of here. We got it in. We got it in. Had 8 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. You love to see it. Auntie, good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. This is the Trigger Yogi live stream. Appreciate all you guys jumping in, saying hello, Brittany, Tat, Auntie, and some of the trolls that talked about farting. Appreciate you all. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. I will be back tomorrow, 8 a.m., the Triggered Yogi live stream every day. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Pat definitely has the potential for sure. It was funnier than you made me think. Good. How do you end up with people like Ethan. They just, I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of ignore them though, because it's the same thing. But as long as it's not too distracting, I just ignore it. You need the comments. You need the comments, man. You need the comments. The algorithm needs the comments. So, you know, how do you end up with people like Ethan? It's because it's the internet, and I think people like Ethan are bored. But I don't really. I could just guess the mind of a troll. I can't. They're just guesses. I don't really know how a troll thinks because I'm not a troll. Don't really have that troll in me. That 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 random. Just let me just see if I could get somebody going. Don't really have that. Even my comedy is not troll comedy. Some comics are really going after certain demographics, like with their act, and really are trying to like I have this comic. I know this comic, and she's not funny when she does this, but all she does is man hate. That's it. It's all man hate. Like that's a troll comic in a way. She doesn't like a certain thing, so that's all she talks about is what's wrong with these people. Couldn't be her. Might not. It couldn't be you. It's this group of people. That's kind of a troll comic. I don't do that. Never really did that. Poke fun at times, but I don't troll. Not a troll. Not my thing. Just wanted to take this time to say I fully endorse the consumption of chocolate milk. I hope to have your support as well. I don't really fuck with chocolate milk, to be honest. Don't really do it. My son likes chocolate milk, but I don't really drink milk like that. So, because I only drink almond milk and oat milk, they do have chocolate almond milk and oat milk, but that just sounds weird to me. It just sounds weird to me. Oat milk, chocolate oat milk, chocolate almond milk. So I don't do that. Nah. So I do apologize, Brittany, that I don't drink milk. They have zero home training, is my assumption. No one raised them poor little things. Yeah, I think we just all have too much access. And kids have access. I don't know how old Ethan is, but he's operating like a child. I don't know if he knows that. Um, and kids have access to all these things way too much, where because it's so stimulating. Computers, your phone, it's so stimulating. So that's the first thing. I'm guilty. First thing I do get when I get up in the morning is look at my phone. You know, so it's hard not to get out. It's hard to get out of those habits. But yeah, kids, kids don't know any better. They get up, they get on the computer, they go troll surfing. It's just immaturity. What are you gonna do? Anyways, it was a good one. And I'm gonna leave while we're ahead. Brittany, I'm gonna leave while we're ahead. Never in a million years. It's a long time, Ethan. It's a long time. A million, but at least you tried. And that's what's important. Never stop trying. Message of the stream. Never stop trying. All right, you folks, you fine, beautiful people. Thank you for jumping on the live stream. This is the Trigger Yogi live stream. It's the kid, Trigger Yogi himself, Yoga Leroy, Leon Walker. I am going to get off and get to it. I'm going to get off and get to it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Brittany, give a cow a kiss for me. And I'll be back here tomorrow morning. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. Same triggered time, same triggered channel. 8 a.m. is the new start time, Brittany. 8 a.m. I'm kidding. Hard working. I appreciate you jumping on. All right, folks. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Peace.